an artist. Now what?
So how important is it to be able to take criticism well in your line of work?
Oh yeah, I think you really, you can't take it too personally. Everybody, you know what it's like. Everybody's working on, everyone's on the same team, so you're all trying to get to this same place of whatever it feels right for the project. And that's part of the fun, is trying to find that thing. And sometimes it's really set in stone and you cannot deviate. Other times it's kind of a bit more fluid and a bit more, there's a bit more give and take, a bit more like you could explore a little bit more and come up with something. But that doesn't happen very often these days, unless it's a lower budget project, when they're more willing to give you more flexibility with where it's going, because they can't dictate, I guess, as much. But it's, I mean, at the end of the day, you're aiming to please the client, which hopefully will in turn please the public, who will see it and hopefully love it.
right, for sure, yeah. Because
nobody wants to make something that everyone's gonna go, that's hideous.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's supposed to be something that everyone's gonna look and go, whoa, now that is it. That is what we are talking about, that kind of thing. There are jobs you do that are very, I mean, they're very back and forth, like and you just, that's part of the job. Yeah. So, and I'm not going to complain about that.
Right.
With the creative process, there has to be a little bit of give and take. You do, trying to see an image in someone else's head, and there's no chance. There's no chance you can do that.
Oh, that did something.
So you just do your best. And so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And so you have to be able to find a middle ground sometimes with projects. And and sometimes it just, for everything you try, just doesn't work. Like one of those was Mary Poppins Returns, as an example. I mean, that, I think most people might know that I worked on a poster for that movie, and then it turned out that they wanted to go back to a simplified version of what I was doing. And which, it was there was a lot of work in that kind of, it didn't come to fruition. But it was a wonderful, I mean, working on that project was brilliant. I mean, I grew up loving Mary Poppins, so I wanted to make it practically perfect in every way, It was like that. It was like, I just want this to be so Mary Poppins. So, there are many projects that have many different endings. Sometimes there's work that I've done, that nobody might ever see, but and it's sometimes the process, it just doesn't work out, or time, or they decide to go a different route. It could just happen.